So good day everyone. Today we're going to tackle about biomolecules, the four superstars that help us be healthy and function well. And I know you're probably wondering kung paano nga ba tayo nag-i-store ng energy. Pag kumakain tayo ng sweets, nagkakaroon agad tayo ng energy pero hindi siya naglalast long. Pag ba nagkasugat tayo, paano siya nag-heal, paano siya nagre-repair? At paano ba nakakopy ng sobrang perfect ng DNA kapag nagkakaroon ng cell division? And I'll be introducing you the big four. We have carbohydrates, lipids or fats, proteins, and nucleic acid. First, we have carbohydrates, also known as carbs and other term is saccharides, but we could also call it as energy fuel. Kagaya po sa cars at sa motor, in order for them to work or for them to function, kailangan nila ng fuel or gas. Same as our human body, we need a gas. So our gas is carbohydrates. For us to function, kailangan natin ng carbohydrates. And carbohydrates consist of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So, ang monomer ng carbohydrates ay saccharides. Monomers are building blocks, and let's think of it as a Lego. So, one monomer is equivalent to one Lego. So, pag pinagsama-sama natin yung Lego na yun, makakabuo tayo ng malaking structure. Ang examples ng carbohydrates ay rice, cereal, potatoes, fruits, and pastas. So, para mag-function tayo the whole day, mas better kung kumain tayo ng rice or ng tinapay in the morning. Kasi ang function ng carbohydrates ay main energy source siya of our body. Now, we'll be heading to lipids. So, lipids is soluble in oil but are insoluble in water. So, ang lipids ay takot na takot siya sa water at kahit anong mangyari, hindi siya made-dissolve through water or hindi siya magmimix sa water. Unlike sa oil, pagka minix mo siya sa oil, magme-melt siya doon or magbabind siya together. At nagko-consist din ng carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen ng lipids. So, ang function ng lipids sa ating body ay long-term storage of energy. So, let's think of it as a bank. Pagka naghulog ka na naghulog sa bank, meron kang reserva, meron kang ipon. So, ganun yung ginagawa ng lipids. Kapag wala tayong kain the whole day, meron tayong reserved energy kaya hindi tayo mabilis magutom or mabilis mapagod kasi yun yung lipids, nag-i-store siya ng energy for us. At ang examples nito ay fats, oils, at ang monomer niya ay fatty acids. So fatty acids is a long hydrocarbon chain with the carboxyl group at 1 and typically ranging from 2 to 24 atoms. So this fatty acid, siya yung nagsisilbing raincoat kasi takot na takot siya sa water. Now, meron pang isa pang building blocks ng lipids which is glycerol, also known as glycerin or propane, highly soluble in water and polar solvents. So ito, ang kaibahan na sa fatty acids, siya nadadissolve siya sa water at nagsisilbi siyang anchor or puno na pwede pang pagsabitan ng iba pang parts. So, ang examples po natin ng lipids ay fats and oil. So sa fats, solid triglyceride usually from animal sources such as meat, milk, butter, margarine, eggs, and cheese. So oil naman, liquid triglycerides from plants resources. Example, olive oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and soybean oil. So now next, we're going to protein. It is made up of amino acids combined through a dehydration link called peptide bond. So let's think of protein as all-around workers kasi sila yung gumagawa ng lahat ng work sa katawan natin. So monomer niya ay amino acids. Ang function niya ay perform a wide range of biological functions including enzymatic catalysis, structural support, transport signaling, and immune response. In simple words, sinasabi na ang proteins ang nagpapatibay ng ating katawan, siya yung nagsesend ng signal sa mga cells, siya yung nagpapatibay ng ating resistensya para hindi tayo agad-agad magkasakit. So, ang examples niya ay keratin, structural protein found in hair, skin, and nails. Fibroin or silk protein found in silk, strongest natural fibers. Meron din tayong myoglobin, polypeptide that stores oxygen in muscles. And lastly, we have enzymes, the function to catalyze chemical reactions. So now we'll be heading to nucleic acid. It consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. And it plays an essential role in the storage, transfer, and expression of genetic information. So siya naman yung nagsisilbing architect. Siya yung nagtatago ng lahat ng secret kung paano ka binuo. Nucleic acid that involves genetic materials, DNA, and RNA. Ang monomer niya ay nucleotide, and it was discovered by a 24-year-old Swiss physician named Friedrich Miescher in 1858. So here, makikita natin yung 3 parts of the nucleotide. First, we have the phosphate group, and then the pentose sugar, and next is the nitrogenous base. We have 2 types of nucleic acids, which are DNA and RNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acids, and it is a double helix structure composed of 2 complementary strands, carries the genetic code of organisms. So in simple words, ang DNA ang nagtatago ng genetic code mo. At kaya mo nagiging kamukha yung parents mo ay dahil ng DNA. So next we have RNA, and it stands for ribonucleic acids. It carries the information from the DNA to the cellular factories for the synthesis of proteins. So dito naman sa RNA, in simple terms, siya yung nagdadala ng kopya para makagawa ng protein. So thank you guys for listening. That is just the introduction of biomolecules, and I hope you learn a lot from me.